Hi, my name is Leticia Skrabut, and I'm an Associate Manager Intern at the Greater Peoria Economic Development Council. And in this video, we're going to be talking about the project that I undertook while interning for them. But even though we're going to be talking about my project that I undertook while interning for GPEDC, please take this video as your guide to start. Your idea might be completely and entirely different from mine, but the basics are there. So my idea, there are two brand names in the skincare world in Honduras that started to gain more popularity. These two brands are CeraVe and The Ordinary by Deciem. The problem is that I noticed that these brands are not officially in Honduras. Instead, small businesses or online businesses would travel to the United States, buy these products from stores that have already this established relationship with the brands, then go back to Honduras and sell them by double the price. They do have to make a profit. So my goal, the core of my project, was to see if there was somehow a way for me to bring these products to Honduras so they can be sold at a cheaper price. First steps. So what I first start doing is that I start looking into wholesale options so I can buy these products in the United States. And then I start looking into logistic companies so I can ship these products from the United States to Honduras. Even though both of these are viable options, what I did notice is that it wouldn't help me accomplish my goal. I wouldn't be able to sell these products at a much cheaper price than what they're being sold today. I saw myself having to sell these products by double the price, and I do not want to deviate away from my goal. So then I proceeded to start calling these companies. I called CeraVe first, and they provided me with a general email. Now, I never heard back from them after I contacted them through their general email. If you turn your head towards the picture right there, that's the email I sent out. It has grammar mistakes and it's not that impressive. It's just introducing myself, calling this a research project, and I don't have an official signature. Now, there could be one of two reasons why they never really got back to me. Either A, it is a general email address, so they could receive lots of emails a day and they just never got to it. Or B, they could have seen the email and not have taken it seriously. So then I proceeded to call Deciem, which is the company that is responsible for the Ordinary products, and they directed me to their website to fill up the form. I filled up the form twice and never got a response back. If you have noticed so far, I have faced two dead ends. The first one is looking into the wholesale options with the logistic companies, to which would not have helped me reach my goal. And the second dead end is me contacting the brands and getting no responses back. And something that I would love to pass down to you as I learned while going through this project is that there's no such thing as a dead end to your project. There is such a thing as reaching a dead end to the solution and the path that you decide to take at that moment, but there's no such thing as a dead end to your project. So I have faced two dead ends right now, as I've mentioned earlier. So what do I decide to do after that? I decide to start incorporating what I like to call my amazing stalking skills. I go to people's LinkedIn profiles, just start looking into the companies that have a LinkedIn profile to see who works there, try my best to reach out to them and was getting no response back either from the people who worked at CeraVe and people who worked at Deciem. So I turned to Google. I went to Google and just start writing managers for CeraVe, marketing department of CeraVe. And then I run into this one person's name that seemed to be very top of the chain, but I couldn't find no contact information. So I then found out about this website called rocketreach.co. Highly suggest for anyone to go check it out if you really want to look up someone. You don't have to pay for it. And if you do the free option like I did, you have up to 5 searches every month where they provide you with your email address and any other contact information that they might have public. So at rocketreach.co, I went and typed in the person's name that I found, that was one of the general managers for CeraVe, found an email address. Now, again, this is all new to me. I wasn't sure if the email was going to work at all, but I gave it a shot. And if you notice, there's a huge difference with how I structured this email and how I worded what I was trying to accomplish compared to my previous email. I said who I was, who I'm interning for, the problem that Honduras was facing, my goal with it, and see if I could ask for an informational interview. And on top of that, I added a signature where they could contact me either by email, phone, or look up my LinkedIn profile. Now, I did not get the informational interview with them, but this started the chain of events to get me in contact with the one person that I needed to talk to know how things exactly worked. And by contacting one of the general managers is when the whole connection process basically started. One of the general managers then connected me to one of the brand directors of CeraVe, and then me and one of the brand directors that they connected me with were talking the whole time about my interest, to which then they later said that they wanted to connect me with the person who manages all the operational details for the hub in Central America, since they would have more information about it. Now, this is when I thought I was going to hit another setback. They were not getting back to me. It's been 2 weeks and I've heard nothing from the brand director for CeraVe, and I haven't heard anything from this connection that I was supposed to get. So if you look into your upper left corner, I decided to contact the brand director for CeraVe one more time and just say, it doesn't seem so far like someone is monitoring the email, or there might be too many and ours might be getting lost in it. Is there a way to look up someone internally and see if we can contact them directly? To which the brand director did respond back. So in my head, I'm thinking there is an interest here. And they do respond back, but differently to other emails, this time they decide to directly tag the person into the email that was sent to me. And that same day, I get an email from the person who manages all the operational details in the hub for Central America. Now, it was sent in Spanish, and I was surprised about this because the whole time I was speaking in English with all of them, and this person was CC'd in all the emails, so they could see that we were speaking in English. But they decided to speak to me in Spanish, and good thing I know how to speak Spanish, so this wasn't another setback, but nothing that maybe a Google Translate wouldn't be able to fix if something like this ever happens to you, or hopefully you know someone who knows how to speak that language. And in this email, right away, they're asking for a meeting with me and telling me all their available times. Even though I was able to make that connection with someone, and now I have someone's direct email address to reach out to and ask questions about the skincare world, it was still yet another dead end. They were completely honest with me and told me that right now, as a brand, they're just not ready to move to Honduras and expand their business to Honduras. Maybe within a year, that's what they told me, but as of right now, they're not really looking into it, which kind of made me wonder about Deciem. Deciem, I have tried to reach out many times in many different ways, but never got a response back. But I did notice a lot of people who worked for Deciem checking out my LinkedIn profile. It could be either one of two reasons. I might not be a major distributor like they would hope for me to be, or they're just not ready to expand to Honduras just yet either. So after I calmed down, forgot about it for a little bit, and spoke to my supervisor at the Greater Peoria Economic Development Council, we were able to come up with another idea to pursue, another path to go down. And right now I am looking at going into stores that carry CeraVe and the Ordinary products and speaking to the manager and see if I can buy their whole stock of their CeraVe line or the Ordinary line, and see if I could receive a discount from them, and looking in also into the prices to be able to ship these products on cargo on airlines. That's what I'm looking into it right now. I have not reached the end of my project just yet, but this is the new path I decided to take right now. Thank you so much for watching this video on my project that I undertook while interning for the Greater Peoria Economic Development Council. Huge takeaways for you to remember: be patient, and there's no such things as dead ends. There are so many dead ends that you might and you most probably will face while undertaking a project or a new idea, and that is completely okay. And it's also completely okay to feel very frustrated and wonder if that's the point where you should give up. Don't give up just yet, unless you have exhausted all possible options. But if you haven't exhausted all possible options, just continue. And you might face more dead ends, but there's always a solution. So remember, be patient, and there's no such thing as complete dead end to your project. It's just a dead end to the path that you decided to take. Thank you so much. Bye.